Hey guys, Warzone Mobile just came out yesterday and this is my review of it. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll break it all down in today's video. So Warzone Mobile is the mobile version of the Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale game mode. This means that just like the PC version, you're going to drop into a lobby of 120 players in for tanks, and you will pick up weapon to fight and be the last squad standing. So Warzone Mobile does a very good job at doing exactly that, giving you a fairly optimized, lesser version of the same exact experience you get on the PC and console version, but on the mobile device. I'm actually playing the game with a controller, so the experience feels extremely similar to the console version. So does the game run well? It does actually run fairly well. It actually been running better than the version on the console version for me. I'm playing on a Galaxy S7 Plus tab with a controller, and I'm not reaching the max performance for the game, but I'm still reaching a pretty good performance. So this should be a good benchmark to explain to you guys how you should expect the game to run on your own devices. So what about the graphics, right? So the graphics are okay, I guess. For a mobile game, I guess you can't really go much further than that. I'm running the game on high graphics, and the textures actually look fairly okay. The biggest issues usually arises when you are looking down like a sniper scope at far distances. It's going to be like very weird because when you're sniping, it's kind of like sniping a moving blur, which kind of puts you out of the experience of the game. It kind of breaks the immersion, is what I'm trying to say. However, the game has some pretty solid controls. So like I said, I'm playing on a controller and the game plays very well. So it plays pretty much exactly like the console version. I'm not having any issues with turning around, shooting, crouching, all of those stuff. But I can't really talk for the touch controls because I really can't play as a claw with multiple fingers. It's just not my thing, and I can't really enjoy the game. But for controller, it runs pretty well, and the controls are actually very responsive, which is very, very good. But is there bugs in the game? So there obviously is some bugs, and for some reason, these are pretty much the same bugs that I've been having on the console version, where sometimes your weapon is not going to spawn quick enough, which happens quite often. When you reach a gulag, the textures are not going to arise until like you're mid-battle, so sometimes it can ruin the experience. But overall, it's not too bad. But I still wish and hope they will actually improve on that, and they will actually work on bugs to have fewer and fewer of them as time passes. So very good experience. This is day 2 of the game, and I just gotta say that it is extremely sweaty. I've never seen a mobile game being so sweaty, so don't expect this to feel like the day 1 experience where people are trying to figure out how the game works. This is obvious that it is catered towards players who have already played Warzone on a console or PC, as the game is exactly the same, and they really don't explain very well how to play the game. As an example, in the tutorial, they don't even explain how you're supposed to buy back your teammates. So there's a lot of teammates that just leave because they don't know they can be bought back from your squad members. But the fact that the game was already on PC and on console helps a little bit with that, with the lack of tutorial, let's say. So the game has a lot of different experiences you could go for. There's a lot of game modes. There's obviously like the squad, solo, duo, trio. There's also some like 6v6 game mode. So there's some way to play the game in a more bite-sized version. But honestly, like the main experience is pretty much exactly the same as the classic Warzone game from the PC and console version. So I think it's around 20 minutes for a squad game, and then for a solo game, apparently it's quicker. it is mentioned that it is like 10 minutes instead of 20 minutes. So this is better. I think for mobile versions, you need to bringing down a little bit. But it still feels, like I just mentioned, with all of that, even with the changes, it feels like the exact same experience as the PC and console version. So I'm not extremely familiar with where they're at right now, but I remember playing back in the day when the Warzone 1 initially came out, and the experience is very, very similar. So they have their shop. They have their shop and their battle pass, and that's the way they're going to make some money. Luckily for us, just like the console and PC version, once again, it is all cosmetics. So you could buy, I don't know, like a Michonne pack from The Walking Dead with some real money, and that's going to be one way of actually funding the game. You also have once again, just like your PC and console version, you have your classes that you can modify and you can level up your weapons. What I noticed is actually like the leveling up of weapon is very, very quick, which is very good. I've played a game with the PD submachine gun, which is pretty much like the P90, and I think I leveled up like 18 levels in just a single good game with this weapon, right? So I think I got like 11 or 12 kills that game, but just that gave me enough experience to level up 80 times, which makes the game feel so much better. I remember when I was playing Warzone when the game initially came out, and it would just take forever for the weapons to level up. What the way to actually level up your weapons would be to play the multiplayer of the game, so Modern Warfare multiplayer, and that would be the best way to level up your weapons. But I don't think they are cross game with the COD Mobile and COD Warzone Mobile. So I think it was a good change to actually make the weapons level up faster. Don't quote me on that. Maybe they changed it now. Maybe that's now it's much quicker in the newer version of Warzone console and mobile. But I'm just comparing to the initial version which I was playing when Warzone 1 initially came out. So should you guys actually play this game? This is the question that I think everyone wants an answer. And the thing is, like, this is the type of game you should play if you do not have a console or a PC. But for me, it just feels like it's a version of the game that you could play maybe on the bus or when you're not home, but it just makes me want to play the original version of Warzone more on my PC. So I do have a PC. So yeah, I just downloaded the game, and I think I'm going to just play the PC version. It's obviously runs better. The console version as well. You can see further. The textures are beautiful. It's the same thing, just a lesser, but still pretty well optimized version of the Warzone game mode. So if I was to rate the game, honestly, I would give it probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10, considering it's a mobile game. It's just like if the PC and console version of the game did not exist, well, first, the game would be much different because they would need to explain it to detail a lot more, maybe make a lot of features simpler. But the game by itself is still very, very solid. So I'm trying to review the game in a vacuum, as like if the PC and console version did not exist, which is hard to do because the game benefits a lot from that, and they're obviously extremely intertwined. But still, I'm gonna give it, you know what, 8 out of 10. It's a solid game. It's a solid mobile game. There's just a better version of the exact same game on some other devices. If you guys don't have a PC, don't have a console, go ahead. It's a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of countries where mobile gaming is more popular than PC or console. So yeah, I would definitely suggest it. But if you guys do have a PC, do have a console, play the game there. It's free. It's obviously going to be a better experience. And yeah, guys, I want to do reviews like so. I hope you guys did enjoy this type of video. Please tell me down below. I have some other games I want to review. Yeah, should I give a teaser? I'm gonna give a teaser. I want to review Plant vs. Zombie 3, which I started playing. I want to go like into a much bigger breakdown of that game because it is a new game, as this is pretty much like it's not a port, by the way. This is not a port of the console and PC version. It's built from the ground up, but still it feels like the same game. So if I were to review the game is exactly the same as the PC and console version. So I would just review all 3 versions together. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Tell me if you guys love these types of videos, the reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and bye, guys.